Yeah, buddy. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Childish. We're back at it again with the next episode of Underrated and Overlooked, episode number 6, showcasing one of the very, very few, if not the only, three-star revivable units that you can get. Um, Michelle, the Wind Leprechaun Priest, definitely underrated and overlooked due to the strength of the arenas, the water and the fire epicon priest respectively. Very, very, all three of them very, very good units, but because this one is not as quote unquote as good as the first two, then you see this one kind of get pushed off to the sidelines. But as I stated before, you know, this particular series is dedicated to beginners in the arena, coming from beginner, from the beginner stages to upwards of Fighter 3, Conquer 1. In addition, this is going to be for your early gamers that are kind of working on their content, kind of completing upwards of B1 to B7. That being said, this particular unit is a one unit that has the ability to kind of carry you from B7 to B10. And why? Because it's one of the only three-star units that can revive. And why is that good to have in a dungeon setting? Well, anything can happen at any given time, and RNG can be a bitch. But as we know, depending on the synergy of our team, and for those that are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Check out, I think it was around the first 6 episodes of Critical Thinking with Childish. One of them is going to talk about dungeon optimization. If you have the right synergy within regards to your dungeon team, you can utilize a unit like this with this revive skill, and in addition to other support-based units, be able to recover from a near-death situation and get out of the fight with a win. Why is this important for dungeons? Because at the end of the day, your goal is to be able to automatically clear zones such as Dragons B10 and Giants B10 in order for you to get the best runes. And if you don't have the runes you need, you will never be able to succeed. Oh my God, I'm a rhymer. I'm an artist. It's crazy. No, but for real, um, you can have certain units, and they might be strong enough to auto certain zones, but not all of us are fortunate enough to get certain units, and because of that, we kind of have to think about some of the units outside the box to allow us to continuously do it. Whether it's autoing a zone or manually in a zone, this one will help on both aspects, and of course, if you don't have all the units you need, at the end of the day, this will help with the auto part for clearing certain content. So let's go ahead and talk about this particular setup. I'm a little bit different. I was in a scenario where once I build this one up to 5-star max, I just kind of threw runes on her without really trying to spec her the right way. I just needed to put runes on her to start tanking in Giants B10. But then eventually I got the Water McKean, Water Undyne, for reviving abilities, so I didn't have too much use for this. However, because it is wind, it is a nice combination to have for the end stages of the game for myself in Giants B10. And again, I was just trying to get her hit points as much as possible. So kind of disregard the runes that I have here, just because I threw on runes just to get her hit points up. I believe that the value of speed when it comes to healers is second to none, and I can pretty much make that a blanket statement for any and all healers, with the exception of healers that have skills based on um, their strengths, skills based on their strengths. If that makes sense. So, like for example, Arena, I can make a reason for specking her with Swift, but as you guys know, her big skill here is providing a 20% of your max HP for 2 turns when you get a critically hit, the Mana Shield. Well, when you utilize Swift versus more energy, you're going to find yourself not having the opportunity to really bank on a lot of hit points. Whereas for Michelle, you want her. second skill, as well as her third skill, to be available as much as possible. Okay, so we'll go ahead and talk about those real quick. Block flow recovers the HP of all allies and elongates the time of beneficial effects as well as shorten the times of the harmful effects. So why is this important for dungeons? Because dungeons, as I stated in my critical thinking series, dungeon optimization, you're going to be trying to set up a team to provide a variety of abilities, not just hostile effects, from beneficial effects. And if you have your units, the attack sequencing, meaning you have your units set up to where they go at a certain time, meaning your buffer buffs, and then another unit buffs or this and that, whatever, and then this unit is available to cast a spell. If your units are, not too full of health or pretty much full health, and you have this available, then this one is going to extend the length of some of those beneficial effects. And because it's so strong like that, some skills, such as Shannon here with her ability to buff everybody for 3 turns, and the reusable turn it's available in 4 turns. What that can do is extend this skill, a skill like this, to 4 turns, letting you basically continuously have an attack, power, and defense buff for the duration of the fight. So, of course, if you're trying to auto, you're not going to be able to sync it all the time because they're going to be a little off. But we're talking about the beginners, and the beginners are going to be spending most of their time manually, most of the dungeons that they're going to be doing. So when you get combinations such as that, that's just one of the many combinations that you can utilize. If you get combinations like that, you utilizing this not just for the heal, but for the extension of your beneficial effects, you can really, really, really make a strong, strong team. Of course, you have the opportunity to revive. Like I said before, you don't have a lot of 3-star units out there that can revive. Again, I think if there is one more in there, this might be this might be the only one out of the wind, water, and fire 3-star units that I can think of. I can't think of any other 3-star revivers out there, to my knowledge. I know there's a handful of 2-star ones, but the 3-star ones I can't think of. So, really, really nice unit. And then, of course, in addition to the revive, you have the ability to not only heal them just early on, but then give them the opportunity to heal a few more for 2 turns here, a little bit heal over time. So it is pretty darn strong, but the time that you can reuse it is 8 turns, and that's all right, guys. Because honestly, if you're in a situation where you're dying, that frequently, then this might, this might mean overall your team needs a little work, with whatever you're doing, or you're just fighting something a little too hard. But again, because the goal is to have this skills, both skills available as soon as possible, then I encourage you to utilize a swift set. Okay, a swift set is going to be probably the most recommended set for this particular unit. Why is that? Because again, the speed is important. What we like to say, speed owns all. I think oh my God, Bomber made a comment on one of his monster sheets. Said it doesn't matter what you do, you get as much speed as you can on this particular unit. So with this particular unit, if I was rocking Swift, it would be Swift Energy with speed on 2, hit points on 4 and 6. You don't need accuracy. You can make a reason for resistance, but you do get a little bit of base resistance on there. Again, I think this unit needs to have tons of speed and tons of hit points. So whatever you have to do to get those, that is crucial. So of course, the bonus speed that you get from the Swift set is going to be very, very important. So make sure you get the Swift set and then kind of fill in with the runes you got. So for all of my beginners, the reason why the Swift set's very, very good, I believe it's Tulane Forest. Let me go ahead and double check that it is. So it's not too far in the map, about halfway through. So if you have the opportunity to go into the zones, normal, hard, or hell, I would definitely recommend farming the sets and farm the zones 2, 4, and 6 until you get what you're looking for: a Swift rune with speed on it, and then a Swift rune with hit points on it, and then going down to 6 down here, a Swift rune with another hit point percentage on it. farm them and farm them and farm them until you get the actual percentage space runes you want. In addition, keep your eye out on the on those runes that they're available when they're available in the magic shop. As you can see right here, you got a swift rune that obviously we don't need, but you can see that if you don't have the luck to get the runes you're looking for in the zones, you can get it right there. So as far as the rune recommendation goes, as already stated, Swift Energy is good. I mean, Swift Energy, Swift Guard, whatever you got to do to get the speed on there and the hit points on there, utilize this thing. But the Swift set is going to be the bulk of the speed to get it moving. So I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of any other recommendations that I would do. Again, this unit is, we're talking now with relation to dungeons. We've kind of talked about, arena offense and arena defense for some of the other units that I would consider underrated. But this one is one of my favorite for dungeons, just for the fact of to kind of cover the basis of RNG. You're always going to have situations where you're going to have to try to recover. And if you are still in the early stages of the game, you're manually zones, and you have, when you're manually, you have the ability to really come out of the, come off the ground and recover with a unit like this. So you could summon this from the regular mystical scrolls. You can get lucky with the unknown scrolls, and summon this from, with lightning from the unknown scrolls. So you have a lot of opportunities to get this unit. Again, a lot of people, if you ask anybody in the zone or anybody in the channels, they'll be like, hey, what do you guys think about Michelle? Should I keep it or fodder? And 99% of those people will say, oh, just get rid of it. Throw it into Arena or throw it into Chloe. Well, you might be regretting that come when you're getting ready to do Giant Speed 10 and you're looking for a way of autoing the zone, without, looking at it or whatever like that or manualing it. This can be a true lifesaver, no pun intended. But yeah, I love the unit, and I hope that if you get one, you definitely consider using it in the future. Okay? That is it, guys, for the 6th episode of Underrated and Overlooked. It's your boy Childish with Childish Plays checking out. Take care. We'll see you next time. I'm out.